today.
Well, they're not all guys. We have some girl fans, too.
No. Alright.
They're watching for me, though.
No, that's it for your looks.
Yeah.
No, they watch it for my Game of Thrones shirt. Anyways, we're doing Vacation! It's the, remake, sequel, prequel.
Yeah.
Sequel, remake?
Remake,
Sequel.
Yeah.
Of, National Lampoon's Vacation, from 1970-something, I don't know, it was really good.
Michael C. Hall.
Anthony Michael C. Hall and Beverly Dill Flangelo and
Chevrolet Chase.
Chevrolet, I like that.
Yeah.
Is that what his name's short for?
I have
Chevrolet?
no clue.
That'd be really funny. Anyways, we need to get our act together. Okay, so, the way this works is you need to like and subscribe.
Boom. That's how
just
easy it is.
that easily. Also, share this. And if you know anyone who's like, maybe I should go see Vacation, you're like, watch this, and then don't. Because it sucked. Or at least it wasn't good.
Yeah, it wasn't good.
It wasn't good.
Well,
Maybe
it's
not
better
so
than
far.
Pixels.
Oh, God, don't see Pixels.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
We're carrying that over into this video. Don't see Pixels.
God, you had to say it?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Oh, I can't remember anything about this movie. Okay, the way this works is we're going to do our positives, which I got a couple, and then our negatives, and then we're going to give it a tailorized rating between 1 and 10, or 0 and 10.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we haven't given anything a 0 yet, which is saying something.
I gave something a 0.5.
Yeah, that's still not a 0. But it's less than 1, so fair.
Yeah, it is less than 1.
So we're going to give our positives or negatives tailorized review.
Yep, but before that, I'm going to give a little synopsis.
Sure.
Ed Helms is helming this project. See what I did there? That's all I had. He's the new Clark Griswold, but he's playing Rusty Griswold from the original Vacations, and then they threw all kinds of cameos in it, and they're going across the country to go see Wally World, and that's it. That's the movie. Did I miss anything for synopsis?
No, you pretty much got
Christina Applegate's playing his wife. Leslie Mann is playing Audrey Griswold.
Jordan Peele is playing his friend or neighbor or something.
For that scene. And there's a lot of comedians that have scenes.
Yeah.
Lots of cameos in this
Lots
movie.
of them.
And we'll get to those in like a minute, because most of them are positive for me.
Yeah. You go first.
Okay,
Positives.
cool. I'm gonna have to state one negative to show the positive. The family almost, as a whole, were a negative. But then when I started to just ignore Ed Helms, I actually laughed at some of them. I think the beginning of, like, the younger kid got me giggling until I got a little too old, which I'll get to.
Talladega Nights.
Yeah, but they kept going with it. But for a while, I was laughing at him. I didn't hate the other kid, the older kid. I didn't mind that character. Or his arc. I didn't mind him. Christina Applegate, some scenes she was okay. Okay. My biggest positives when it comes to actors is all the cameos. Peele, I thought was funny. There's a really good Michael Pena and Nick Kroll and Sweet D from Always Sunny. And then
Charlie Day.
Yeah, and then there's a good Charlie Day in there. There's a lot of really good cameos. And probably my favorite performance was the Australian doing the Texas accent with Hemsworth, Chris Hemsworth. I actually think that was my favorite performance. And he's the only non-comedian in this goddamn movie.
And the only non-American.
And the only non-American doing a Texas accent. It was really good. That's all I got for positives.
Oh, okay.
Period.
My main positives are with the repeat gags. I really like there's a bit where he tries to kick tumbleweeds. And there's always something hidden in the tumbleweed, which I'm sure if I watched it again, I would actually see the object, but it's really not obvious. The repeat gags are good, set gags are good.
Well, those are callbacks to the old ones, too.
Yeah,
they did a lot of those gags to, like, just stupid physical comedy.
We did laugh a lot. We did laugh a lot in this movie. So if you want to shut your brain off and laugh at something, maybe go see this movie, but
definitely have to shut your brain off.
Still might piss you off.
Yeah, you definitely have to shut your brain off.
We'll get to that more than
we'll get to that.
Again, cameos were great. There was Chevy Chase was in it for a very short period of time, and he did one or two Chevy Chase gags, like classic Chevy Chase.
And I really like that because it did feel like Clark Griswold. It didn't feel like Chevy Chase doing cameo. It felt like Clark Griswold, just a really bad
yeah,
physical gags.
Again, we'll get this more in the negatives, but they really underutilized the mom.
Beverly D'Angelo had nothing.
2 lines.
Yeah, if she didn't have a joke, in the first scene, it's like you see her talking, so you know she's there. All the other scenes with her, and she didn't have a dialogue.
Yeah,
that I saw. There's only a couple scenes with the older parents.
Let's see what else. The soundtrack was okay. They did bring back the song. That was important.
Holiday Road.
Yeah, I don't have a whole lot of positives either.
Me neither. Negatives. All right, now back to Holiday Road. Hey, we're seeing Holiday Road on the screen. It's gonna be like the first vacation, and they're going back to it. And then, like the first fucking second of the movie, you're like, God, what is this? Yeah. This isn't at all what I...
They wanted it to be canon, and it wasn't even close. They had character, nuances and aspects that were not hinted at in any of the previous movies.
No.
So, this wasn't really cameo at all, or canon at all.
Well, technically, I don't actually know. Technically, I guess it's canon, but I don't know. But it doesn't need to be...
Right. I'll get to it when it's mine.
They were definitely, as far as I could tell, they used Vacation for the sake of we already have a built-in audience.
It's a road trip movie.
Yeah, that's it. But they already have a built-in audience. I didn't see any homages that I gave a shit about from the old one. A lot of the homages just seemed like they were literally stealing jokes, like cannibalizing from the old ones, which were stupid. A lot of the jokes hit, and we giggled. I think I actually laughed out loud a couple times, too. But you noticed how many jokes didn't land. And they were obvious. There was the opening sequence of them in an airplane. None of those jokes landed. Of, the plane's moving bad, and he's like, Rusty's standing talking to somebody in an airplane, and it moves, and he accidentally had to touch the girl's boob, and now he touched the guy. No one laughed in the theater. They didn't land. The setup was stupid. It was just, forced. Bad humor.
Definitely.
And that was half the movie.
It seems like with movies, especially ones that are throwbacks to older comedies, that they try to inject dirty humor into it to try to make it funnier.
So much.
Dumb and Dumber, too, did that a lot.
Yeah.
And, people will tell you, movies have been that filthy for a long time. Yeah, kind of.
But they've also been witty, and they've also been clever. And this, except for, the 2 jokes with Chevy Chase, none of the humor was the same as the old ones.
Right.
And I thought that they really were going to try to do this throwback to this old school 80s style physical comedy. Nothing. Gone. Nothing. Mm-hmm. And that was it. And now with Ed Helms, God damn it. I don't want him to run any more comedies. I don't even want him in any more comedies. I'm so sick of him.
He's in that special, character actor point where you can really only play one character.
Mm-hmm.
Andy Bernard is his one character.
Yep, that's it.
Jason Bateman, his one character is Michael Bluth.
Yeah.
You got Charlie Day. His one character is Charlie Day.
But those are funny. In my opinion, I can watch Charlie Day be Charlie Day.
I can watch Charlie Day and Ed Helms until I'm blue in the face. I can't watch Jason Bateman.
Okay, but specifically, I can watch Charlie Day be Charlie Day a lot more than I can watch Ed Helms be Ed Helms. I don't think that he's really won me over since the first Hangover and a couple times in The Office. And then that's really it. And I don't think he should be leading that. And I actually think that he brought down other people's jokes. I think that he ended a lot of scenes in my eyes. That's probably more my opinion.
Because
but I think that other people would have been more fun.
Because his character is that's a weird thing for you to say.
Yeah. I'm gonna
politely smile and then be quiet while I'm smiling.
Yeah. And that was it. Man, there's a few scenes that just strictly the direction killed the scene. It would have been funny if they did do it that way.
The plot for
that scene. Killed the plot for that scene.
The river rafting scene.
Oh, so bad.
There's a river rafting scene that's it's kind of important. It's not super important, but they do it as a montage, and I miss key aspects of what was happening because it was.
They turned it into a music video that completely killed all the tension, killed all the comedy of it, and it was like I was.
And then
nothing. It was nothing funny.
And then nothing has changed before and after that scene.
And then, somebody literally dies in that scene.
Well, no.
Spoilers.
He's shown that he's alive in the clip show at the end.
Yeah, but all the other clips didn't make sense canon-wise.
Right, that's true.
So yeah. So then just like that, they just blow past it. And that was another thing is the original Vacation built tension. Something goes wrong, and then Beverly D'Angelo's complaining about it the next scene, something else goes wrong, and then finally when they make it to Wally World and he pops, it made so much sense.
There's a heavy sense of consequence.
Yeah, the next scene, like, something, like, they bathe in shit, what you saw in the trailer. They shower and then it's gone. Like, that would traumatize me. I'd be talking about that the rest of the... Dude, we bathed in shit. We should go home. Like, nope, it's like we showered, move on to the next terrible thing that we're gonna forget tomorrow. It's just no consequence.
They didn't borrow enough of the important stuff from the old movies. They just brought a lot of the really surface, shallow stuff to these movies, and they didn't even land that well. One more big negative is the plot in general.
Yep.
The resolution at the end is terrible.
It dropped me down almost a full point.
It dropped me down significantly too, because the denouement and the plot, the resolution, it happens after the end of the movie and the clip show.
Yeah, the resolution of the plot.
Like, the resolution of the plot is spoiler. The resolution of the plot is they finally get to Wally World, they're on the roller coaster, and it stops for no reason.
So instead of it completely paying off with Ed Helms losing his mind and taking John Candy hostage in one of the best scenes of the movie, no, they just throw that it's build up to the roller coaster stopping.
And emergency services come and liberate them from the roller coaster.
Yep.
And it's never explained why the roller coaster stopped. And then, boys, you go home. We're going to go to Europe. Clip show.
Yeah, thanks for coming. Yeah. That dropped me from giving it a much better.
You'll watch it.
Yeah. Fuck you, you would. Okay, we can keep complaining, but it's not the worst comedy.
Bottom line, you'll laugh.
Yeah.
You will laugh.
If that's all you want, you can have it. It's better in Pixels.
Yeah, it's better than Pixels. Easily.
But there's definitely funnier movies out now that aren't even comedies. You would laugh harder at Ant-Man. Yeah. I laughed harder at Ant-Man.
I finally saw Inside Out. Go see that.
Oh, yeah. Go see Inside Out. That's a lot better than this shit. But it's not... I gave Pixels a terrible rating. I'm not going to give it that bad. It definitely didn't ruin my night. No. Pixels ruined my day. Like, week almost. Like, holy shit. But this... I don't regret paying money for it. No. That's all. It's
You'll laugh.
You'll laugh.
If you're going to see a good movie, you're not going to like it. But if you're going to shut your brain off, laugh for an hour and 40 minutes, definitely go see it.
But if you want most of your money's worth, see Inside Out or Ant-Man.
Yeah. Let's take a second here. If we're rating this purely as a comedy and not...
are you changing
Yeah, I'm changing my rating. I mean, this is my rating for it as a movie, but I'm going to give it another rating as a comedy. I'm going to give it a little 5 out of 10 action there.
Nice!
Because it made me laugh. I liked it. It made me laugh.
What?
Will I buy it on DVD? Probably not.
Okay.
But did it make me laugh? Yes.
I'll change mine too.
Enough for me to say I liked it. But as a movie, 3.5 out of 10.
Alright, I'm taking a cue from that. As a movie, I was also going to go 3.5 out of 10. I'm going strictly as a comedy because I'm never going to watch it again. So it doesn't get a 5 from me. Right. It wasn't good enough to be good. I'll give it a 4 instead of my 3.5. I'm giving it 4 Chris Hemsworth's penises.
Yeah.
He's the Chris Hemsworth's penis.
Yeah. It's not a great movie, but you'll laugh.
Yeah, that's it.
That's
okay. Anything you want to say besides... get ready for our Dragon Ball Z Resurrection F just in a couple days.
Tuesday.
Holy shit. Also, this Sunday, the next True Detective one's gonna drop. Anyways, we got good stuff coming for you, and you have no idea how excited me and him are for Dragon Ball Z. I didn't want to bring it up until this much, because if I would have brought it up before the movie, you wouldn't have paid attention.
Like it, but we're both massive DBZ fans.
Okay, besides that, I got nothing else to say. Do you got anything else to say before I say the important part?
Kamehameha.
Kamehameha! Bye!